Good afternoon. Next news. Donald Trump tells some whopping lies in Fox NFL interview. HuffPost. Was it any surprise that the president's falsehoods spiraled at the Washington Commanders football game? Below are your comments. We want a fair shake. We want our Constitution to be honored. We want every person to get one vote. We want freedom of speech. We want politicians to obey the laws. We don't want politicians to sell their votes. We don't want judges to sell their votes. We want intelligent politicians, we want term limits, we want ethics, we want civility. We want honorable civil servants who think the country is more important than themselves or their P.R.T. Imagine if there is ever an incident where it is vital for America's safety to trust what Trump says. Millions will not survive. We need to take the United out of his POTUS title to properly represent his actions and character. Before I became president, nobody knew about football, very poor ratings, nobody watched it. 0. Many people come up to me walking down the street, as you know, everyone knows, frankly, with tears in their eyes saying thank you sir for all you've done to save football. 0. Prices are coming down? The 2 brands of coffee I buy have each went up $2 a bag. On has increased over a couple of months, the other took the big jump in the past week. I muted the whole segment. Too predictable as to what would come from his lips. Plus it was Fox. I only watched because of the Lions. Republican voters lack the integrity to understand that they have a responsibility to the country to hold their lying politicians accountable. It demonstrates the real egregious state of that party. They have no psychological ability to hold their own accountable and are feckless as citizens of EUS due to their right-wing media propaganda programming. It is sad for the United States that so many citizens lack basic education that accountability is number one requirement for decency. Have to admit, I thought getting in and out of the stadium was going to be crazy by the Secret Service. CE did a great job. There were boos from Republican and Democrats. After all, there is a lot of folks in the DC area that are not getting paychecks because of the government shutdown. Trump visited the booth in the third quarter at Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland, chatting out his days as a tight end at New York Military Academy. How did Cheeto do that with his bone spurs? He got the type of reception from the fans that he has earned. The reception he got was wonderful, simply wonderful. Enjoy your new healthcare premiums, folks. If you can even afford it. It's not even about Trump anymore. It's about those who allow him to remain in office. Especially before he does something to rig or stop the midterms. You know he will. Therefore it lies with the GOP senators. They are the only ones left who can save the union. I'm not holding my breath. Historians will look back at Trump's presidency as the darkest days in American history. Credit where it's due, Trump didn't claim to have set a team record for all the TDs scored. We'll just ignore the fact that he lied to the draft board about bone spurs at the end of the football season. I had to change the channel. I just can't stand listening to him and resent seeing and hearing him at that game last night. If you truly believe what you are saying, it's not a lie, it's fantasy. And the inability to distinguish between fantasy and reality is insanity. Trump does not tell lies. Our president is insane. Enough is enough. Release the Epstein files and bring the criminals to court. The victims deserve justice. The guilty deserve punishment. Stormy Daniels Stadium has a nice ring to it. It's not like the owners are being threatened if they don't name it Trump Stadium. Oh wait, they are. If what he said was true, I know, it would be a first. But anyway, if what he said as true, we should be able to find people still alive that were on the team with him to confirm what he said. Anyone want to bet that this will never happen, because it never. I mean, I have always believed he was a tad nuts, but now I'm seriously beginning to wonder if he's got some degree of dementia happening. Age, which he hammered Biden about, is visibly taking its toll on Trump, and based on things he says in public, it's taking a toll on his mind as well. Wouldn't the bone spurs been a problem at the military academy if he played football? Trump is the greatest president in U.S. history. Thank you God for delivering Trump to us. He is a greater patriot than George Washington, a greater statesman than Thomas Jefferson, a greater warrior T. Han Andrew Jackson, Ulysses S. Grant, and Dwight D. Eisenhower, a greater leader than. If he spoke, he lied. I wonder how many of those cheap groceries I could have bought with the money I spent to send him to the game? I suggest that concerned citizens read the article When the Narcissist Fails in the January 2024 ISS UE of Psychology Today. Note the explanation of the increasingly dangerous symptoms. The only things worse than Trump are his supporters that make excuses for everything he does and says. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.